because they both go together. So Bill O'Reilly has been alleged. It's been alleged that how many victims? It's not rape like Bill Cosby. Mm-hmm. Dang, the Bills just shooting bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's alleged that in his workplace, he's sexually harassed, I think it's upwards of 12 to 15 women. And he uses it basically as a power tool to say, I can help you in your career if they don't take on to his advances and they lose their careers. And he settled over $13 million worth of settlements instead of taking it to court. So my first question is, if you knew you didn't do anything, would you settle with anybody? If you knew in your heart, like they couldn't, no matter how much, like if someone said you killed such and such, I'm like, all right, let's go to trial.
Nah, fuck, it'll just be my downfall, me fighting, and like that's it.
Yeah, you're not paying. Like if you, 13 million.
Because once you haven't done it in 13 million, that becomes extortion. I'm being extorted. That's basically what it's become at that. If it's all false, $13 million is extortion. But if you just paying and you chilling, nah, you just covering your ass.
I got a quick check right quick. Okay, so Rope, do you believe the women that alleged that sexual harassment on Bill O'Reilly? Do you believe Bill or the women?
I believe the women.
Okay. Now, do you believe
like a guy who does that type of thing?
Do you believe Bill Cosby or the women? I gotta have a heat check right quick.
Not all of them.
Oh, see, okay.
He might
see, you see what I okay. See, there we go. See, man. I mean, Dave Chappelle said some real stuff. Dave Chappelle said some real stuff about Bill Cosby in his in this stand-up thing. But I believe the women, and I believe Fox News has like a culture of that because their leader Roger Ailes, didn't he have to resign last year for the same stuff?
Sure did.
Yeah. Yep.
And they paid that woman like $20 million.
Yeah, I believe they have some sort of insurance that's covering this too. But yeah, I mean, Bill just looks like the old dusty dick worst white dude that just uses that thinks power. Yeah, that power is the most attractive thing about his being. Period. It sounds like a generic sexual harassment video that they would show you on orientation at the company. That's just how generic it is. You see what I'm saying? It's not even like anything. Yeah, it's just like, yeah.
Do you think there's something that's like widespread in everybody's big? If you come from a big corporate company, do you think that's just widespread?
Because the scenario is so generic. It seems it's just the cut and dry. When you think of sexual harassment in the workplace, you think of like a woman in a lesser position, a man putting his hand on his shoulder, making some sort of snide comment or advances, and then giving them an ultimatum.
But here's the thing, though. I think it absolutely happens in every organization. But I do think that there are plenty of women who sleep up to get to where they want. Because I've known women that work for where I work that has done that to advance. And
it's so weird because it's so touchy because like guys, we take high percentage shots. And so anytime a guy does something as a repeat offender, it's because it's worked before. Like nobody's doing shit that's just wasting their time. So it's like women have the option. I hate to call it an option, but you do have a two-way go. Yeah. You can weigh your thing, and then you can weigh your options and be like, you know what? Okay, come up or lawsuit. Yeah, and still kind of come up.
But Cheeto said that he agreed with Bill that he knows Bill O'Reilly personally, and he wouldn't do that, and he vouches for him. So how is he as a character witness? So
you have the audacity to vouch. Like you gave yourself the credibility. How you have self-proclaimed credibility when you got pussy snatcher on tape?
Yeah.
Because we're not talking about rape. We just talking about harassing. So you 100% just confessed to harassing women.
So he's had 21 advertisers that pulled out from his show, like BMW, Mercedes, Allstate, but they didn't pull from Fox. So is it okay just to pull from his show and just reallocate it, in other shows on Fox, or should they pull from Fox until he's fired?
It is because we talking about Fox. You're talking about the NFL too and stuff, right? How far is there?
Fox News. Just Fox News. Yeah, just Fox News.
Just Fox News.
I think you got to pull it until they fire.
Yeah. Because that's kind of like you're like, okay, we understand how big of a beast Fox is, so we don't want to, we don't want to cut off our nose to spite our face, so we'll just pull it from his show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that's not good enough.
So, Lyles, what you gonna do with that car then, bro?
What?
You know, because Mercedes, how
That's what Fox. Man. Yeah, man. We all get one mulligan, man.
Yeah.
But unlike any other time I've seen, like the average person and public opinion is swaying decision more than ever in the last 2 years. Because people have been pissed off about stuff, but you see companies actually, even though it might be ceremonial or not to the extent that we want, companies are jumping real time. Rather just be based off Twitter, like, public apologies, pulling endorsements from people just based on shit not being right.
So, here's my thing. Do you think that story is newsworthy?
The
Bill O'Reilly story?
Yes.
Does everybody? Absolutely. Okay, so if it's newsworthy,
definitely.
Should Fox cover it?
Yes.
Because they're not covering it.
Yeah.
And you saw Don Lemon's reaction.
Yeah, did y'all see Don Lemon's reaction?
Nah, what are you doing?
I'm going to read the tweet. Hold on.
First of all, y'all not getting Don the racial draft because he's showing up and showing out this year.
He is. And he bringing, like, what he can't do, he bring host on.
Yeah.
Like a surrogate.
He bringing the heat. Don, shout out to Don.
All right, so Bill O'Reilly tweeted yesterday. He put CNN's Don Lemon refuses to cover Susan Rice story. So then Don Lemon replied to him, put false. I did not refuse to cover the story, but I did cover your sexual harassment allegations. Did you? Never mess. Don't ever mess with no
Black CNN reporter.
Yeah, black CNN reporter. Because they do not play. So yeah, I think Fox is like, for them to be a news organization, supposedly quote unquote credible, then they should have to cover that story, because I think that is
absolutely.
But I think what Fox do, what they do to get away with it, they're not they're not journalists, they're commentators.
Gotcha.
Because that's why they have Sean Hannity. But what's the old school dude's name? Ted Koppel.
Mm-hmm. Like from the Real News?
Yeah, from ABC back in the day?
Yeah.
That dude straight up told them to their face that they are the worst thing that happened to America.
Dang.
Like gangster in the interview. Like he couldn't even say nothing.
Because it's Ted Koppel.
Yeah.
You cannot.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that's all I got. So the last thing we got real quick, I'm going to ask y'all a question. Do y'all think, or should the crackheads in Atlanta be jailed for the collapse or the burning of the I-85?
How true is it that picture of those explosives that were just housed, that combustible material housed under the bridge?
It was fiber optic cable, right? Is that? I thought it was.
Yeah, they said it was excess materials from a real estate deal that went south, so they didn't have anywhere to store the stuff, and so some like fiberglass and some other stuff. It's stuff that was highly flammable, though. Apparent, obviously.
But was it highly marketable? Because I'm trying to figure out why wasn't the crackheads selling it? Because they still like
copper
and stuff.
Maybe that shit was too heavy.
Man, I had damn eBay store up.
Yeah,
I had an eBay store up for fiber optic cable. They were like, "What? How? What length y'all got? Like, how much you need?" Man, but y'all,
it got to be more to that story too. That it's trying to pin it on crackheads, man.
But I don't understand how the crackheads, because they said they put the shopping cart, and then one of the crackheads said that he was going to smoke crack with him, but he decided to go somewhere else. But it's so weird.
Because you're getting testimony from crackheads, though. So
yeah,
right. Like, what kind of story? What story you think he gonna get from him?
And I think that couldn't have been their first time smoking crack
under that bridge.
So,
and they like creatures. They creatures of habit too, man. Like drug addicts. Like they not gonna. Like, first of all, when you on the street like that, you don't just make stupid mistakes like that. I just don't believe it.
I mean, the crack ain't no open flame.
No, it's not. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They had like a campfire or some shit. Like, how did it? Yeah, I'm not buying that.
It's just like Roper said. Roper said it's something else to it, just to cover up.
But they gonna put them crackheads. It ain't nothing but a crackhead.
Crackhead
Climbed up in the tree to play a leprechaun.
Man.
They gonna put it on them crackheads.
Bro, is it still crazy, the traffic?
Yeah, it's making the traffic worse. So,
Dang.
you know, like
Yeah.
85 is a major highway. Then you got 285, and then you got 20. So everybody's trying to go 285 and 20 minutes. The traffic's already bad, but it's like 10 times worse right now.
Them memes is killing me though with them Hot Wheel things.
Oh yeah. Because it was no injuries, right?
No, that's what's miraculous is that nobody died. I don't understand.
Because that's the only reason I was laughing. Because I was like, I ain't hear no casualties,
Yeah.
so I said I'm gonna laugh. But
Because you figure, what's the odds of nobody being on the thing when it first? I guess once you start seeing the smoke, you like, okay, I'm not doing that.
yeah,
But being under it or on top of it,
Yeah.
I'm not getting that either. Because even in the '80s, when y'all remember when the A's were playing that World Series game or whatever, and that earthquake happened. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in the bridge. So it was still cars caught on that shit. So I'm like, that's amazing.
I mean, just because how busy Atlanta, I don't know what time of day it happens, but there's always a traffic jam in Atlanta anyway. So just the
Always.
probability of no one even being backed up in traffic on top of the bridge, even when the flames were coming, they knew it was coming. There's nothing they could do because they couldn't get out of it. That's just a blessing.
Who's the mayor of Atlanta? Is it a white guy, black guy?
It's a bruh.
Is it bro? Because look, I watched that Kwame Kilpatrick
Oh my God.
Greed episode.
Yes.
Hey, look, man, mayors be doing some shady stuff, man. He might.
What's the bruh's name?
Kasim Reed.
Kasim Reed.
Kasim Reed, yeah.
Is he running for re-election? Or I think he got his eyes.
I don't know, man. They still trying to get him out of here because of the snowpocalypse that happened when it snowed in and the city shut down.
Oh, they gridlock?
Oh, snowpocalypse.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they still trying to get him for that.
Well, fellers, we are running up on an hour. We're going to have to do this again soon. So to our listeners, too, we will stop going. The last couple of episodes have been every 2 weeks just because of circumstances with travel and then the unexpected run to the Final Four, so we had to go there.
Go Gamecocks.
We should have brought the pod to Arizona.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It just did it that way. That way.
It would have been the most black people in one area in Phoenix.
In Phoenix, yeah. They got more Navajo Indians than they got Nagas. So if that tell you anything.
In the words of June.
We should go out there and get moved about 15, 20 and just call it the Naga Nation, like the Navajo Nation. The Naga Nation.
They probably want us to stop talking. They probably want to stop talking about it because if you haven't been out there, real quick, if you haven't been out there, Phoenix is kind of whatever, but Scottsdale is lit.
Yes.
So it's one of those spots that's like hot that a lot of minorities don't know about probably. So they're like, man, don't be talking about it.
Yeah, Scottsdale's dope.
Don't give up that secret.
Oh,
Scottsdale
and
dope.
Is that
Go out
Tiger
to
Woods
Phoenix,
out there?
visit Scottsdale.
I think so.
Ride on the golf cart for 15 minutes.
Jesus Lord, man. What an experience. And here's the best
Tell about
part.
that real quick, bro, before we jump off.
Oh, the
Tell
best
about it before
part.
we jump off, bro.
Man, so after we went to the club called International, which was lit because we saw Mace in concert. You know which Mace I'm talking about?
Yeah. Mace.
Yeah, bad boy for life.
Bad Boy's like, he's like, yo, I want to rap on the floor. I want to rap on the floor. Put me on the dance floor. And everybody's like, I'm like, what song is he going to rap? And he did the B-I-G-P-O. He did Biggie's song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he was like in the middle of the floor. So Mace was there. We saw Sean Marion, the Matrix, basketball player.
Ugliest shot.
Yeah, he was in the building.
Oh, we was in VIP.
Frank Mason.
Popping bottles.
We saw Frank Mason, Brown.
Frank Mason. Shout out to the person who was popping bottles of Smirnoff. I've never seen that in my life. Because you know, like when the girls come out with the bottles, they got the sprinklers, or the new shit is they got like the flashlights. So
really?
Yeah, it's like a little the flashlight.
Yeah, it's like
the
a green light,
yeah, it's like a strobe flashlight.
So it's like safer than the sparkler?
Yeah, and they can just use it over and over again.
Okay.
And they get on top of the security dude's shoulders, and they walk through the club, you know, with the bottles in the air and the strobe lights.
Oh, word. Okay.
So, you know, typically, you know, it's whatever you drink.
Top shelf something.
But I had never seen no smeared off.
Goose. It's like Grey Goose.
Grey Goose.
Or like,
you know, Jack, you know, whatever. Henny, whatever it is you drink. Patron, we saw a couple of them. Smeared off. Smeared off.
These are one that Zemkoff stuff.
Them like the shatterproof bottles, man.
them shits was probably buy one, get one free.
They probably.
That's what I got.
But yeah. So anyway, after the